Welcome back to the KSLA Cafe. The YMCA of Northwest Louisiana will celebrate the 3rd anniversary of its community initiative on Monday. It's called Shreveport-Bossier, My City, My Community, My Home, and it's done more than kindle conversation. It's actually affecting some change here in the River City. So joining me now to talk about this is Jeffrey Goodman, the YMCA's Director of Marketing and Development. Sorry about that name flub. Don't know where that came from.
All good.
So we were just chatting before the break. I know you are part of the podcast here, but first, just tell me about the original goal of this initiative, how it got started.
Yeah, so it started February 24th of 2022, and it really started, there was a member, Bubba Raspberry, who a lot of people know. He's an area philanthropist, and I know him personally, and he was coming to the Y, and we were having conversations, and it just, after about 2 or 3 of these conversations, it dawned on me that more people should be privy to what he was talking about. And he was providing observations about the community, and I said, would you be willing to have these conversations in public? And so that jump-started this initiative. I asked our CEO, could we host a community-wide panel, free and open to the public? And that was successful, and then from there we said we want to do more of this. And
yeah, so how has it evolved since then, ever since those initial community panels?
Yeah, so we've now done 9 community panels since we started, and we've published 132 podcast episodes. We filmed a podcast every single week. The podcast started on an iPhone in the Y conference room, and after about 50 episodes, we evolved to a professional studio, multiple cameras. Looks legitimate, sounds legitimate, and it's really made tremendous headway over time.
Do you think it's allowed you guys to kind of reach more people, to share the message of what is going on in our community?
I do, and we entered into partnership with you guys, with Channel 12. So Channel 12 carries the podcast every week, which we're really grateful for. And yeah, I think it's one of these things that more and more people are learning about. I'm not going viral, I don't think, tomorrow, but almost weekly people come up to me and say, I really enjoyed your discussion with X.
Where do you see it going now that you're at the 2-year mark or 3-year mark? Where do you see the podcast or the initiative growing in general?
I mean, I just see it continuing. You know, there's so many, I mean, basically I see the podcast as a story of the community, and the panels as a story of the community. What are some of the issues that that are top of mind, and what are some of the things that we need to talk about as a community? So those aren't going anywhere. Stories in our community aren't going anywhere. So, you know, I hope to be back here in 3 years talking about episode, whatever that would be, episode 275.
200 something. I was just doing the math in my head.
Yeah, I was trying to do it too.
So how can people, real quick, how can they watch the podcast?
Best way to access it is either on KSLA's app or go to YMCA of Northwest Louisiana's YouTube channel. You can find video of all 132 episodes as well as video from the 9 panels.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on, and we look forward to more episodes.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.